What happens when someone takes what doesn't belong to them? The act of taking what's not yours spans across moral, psychological, and even emotional dimensions, influencing relationships, personal growth, and how we see the world. Today, we're diving deep into the concept of ownership, and more importantly, why taking something that isn't rightfully yours affects not just the victim, but also the one who takes. Stealing, whether it's a physical object, an idea, or even an emotional advantage, begins with a breakdown of boundaries. It's not just about material goods. People take others' time, credit, and even emotional energy. For example, think of a relationship where one partner takes advantage of the other, emotionally draining them. They may not even realize they're doing it, yet they're stealing something intangible: trust, time, and emotional balance. One of the key psychological impacts of this behavior is the way it fosters a victim mentality in the person being taken from. When someone experiences repeated emotional or material theft, it can lead to feelings of helplessness. They might feel like their boundaries don't matter, which weakens their sense of self-worth. This emotional theft, much like physical theft, leaves lasting scars. But why do people take what's not theirs in the first place? A lot of this can be traced back to feelings of inadequacy. When people feel like they aren't enough on their own, they might compensate by taking from others. It can be as simple as a person who takes credit at work for someone else's idea because they feel insecure about their own capabilities. Or a partner in a relationship who constantly takes emotional energy without reciprocating. There's a fine line between what is rightfully ours and what belongs to someone else, and once that line is crossed, both parties are affected. The taker might feel a sense of power or gain temporarily, but in the long run, these actions can lead to guilt, shame, or fractured relationships. Conversely, the person being taken from is often left feeling used, devalued, and manipulated. In relationships, especially, this dynamic becomes particularly painful. When one partner takes advantage of the other's emotional availability without giving anything back, the relationship deteriorates. It's an imbalance of power that can have devastating effects on trust. However, the one doing the taking might not even be fully aware of the damage they're causing, which is why understanding the psychology behind it is so critical. On the other hand, what if you're the one who has taken something, knowingly or unknowingly? What do you do next? Acknowledging your actions is the first step toward growth. Whether it's something small, like accidentally taking credit for someone else's idea, or something deeper, like emotionally draining a friend or partner, self-awareness is key. It's not easy to admit that you've crossed a line, but doing so opens up the possibility for reconciliation and repair. Ultimately, we must ask ourselves, what compels someone to take what's not theirs? It often comes down to personal insecurity or unmet emotional needs. Many people who engage in this behavior have been conditioned to think they aren't enough on their own, so they try to fill that void by taking from others. But as much as you try to fill that emptiness with things, ideas, or emotions that aren't yours, it's never truly satisfying. The antidote to this destructive cycle is self-reflection and emotional honesty. Ask yourself, why did I take that? What am I trying to gain? This form of introspection can lead to powerful personal growth, helping you build healthier boundaries and relationships. So, the next time you're tempted to take something that's not yours, whether it's someone's idea, time, or energy, stop and reflect. What are you really gaining? And more importantly, what are you sacrificing? %.